Lesson 2, allow yourself wiggle room. What I mean by that is this. I talked about it a little bit in the last lesson, so we'll just go a little deeper into it. One of the things that people try to do after they lose weight is they think they're going to stay at that weight. Like when they get down, they're looking good, they're feeling good. They start to get like, well, I need to weigh 140, I need to weigh 140, I need to weigh 140. And like I said before, that's impossible to do because then you can't go out and have a slice of pizza. You can't go out and have some wine. You can't do these things because those things will put weight back on you because it's all water retention. As you guys know now, it's all water retention. You can retain water from a cold, hay fever, allergies, the sun, glass of wine, alcohol, food. There's a lot of ways, stress. There's so many reasons that our bodies retain water and release water. Now, if you've lost a lot of weight and you get down to the ideal look and feel that you want, and that happens to weigh whatever it weighs, if you don't maintain that leanness for 2 to 3 years, at least 3 years, I tell people 2, but really 3 years, if you don't maintain that, it's so easy to go back. This is when you become, this is now coming down from being obese. If you're just overweight, you're like 20%, 21% body fat, and then you drop down and get a 6-pack for a lady around, 10%, for a guy, his 6-pack is around 10, 12, 8%, something like that. When you get down that low, you don't really have to worry about putting weight back on too much as long as you stay close to the best. You don't go crazy, stop working out for months and months and eating horrible for months and months. But if you're still doing your routine, you're still exercising 3-4 days a week, even if you're not putting the same effort out, you're still doing it, and you're watching what you're eating, you will find a place that you can just enjoy yourself from time to time, and you will never, ever have an issue. So that's what I want you to understand and learn from this lesson is I'm going to show you how to keep it there. We're going to learn how to do it. And the way you do that is, well, I'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get there a little bit. But find your happy place and maintain it. Second, one of the good ways of doing this is join a group or your family and friends that share in the same lifestyle you are now living. If you are trying to live a healthy lifestyle, but all of your friends and family are beer drinkers and popcorn eaters, it's so easy to fall back into your bad habits because everyone's doing it. And a lot of people do this. I see a lot of couples, a lot of people that I used to train, and I watch them with their family trips on Facebook, and I see why a lot of people put their weight back on because their whole family is eating, drinking and beers and eating this, and they go out on this stuff together. And it's just not good for keeping your weight in check. And eventually you're going to put the weight back on. So hopefully you can control yourself around people you can't put out of your life. And you also find some new friends, a cycle club, a yoga club. There's clubs out there that walk every Saturday, or there's people that do, a lot of those Spartan races. Whatever you got to do, find a group that you can be with on a weekly basis to keep you on track with what you got to do. Because normally when you do those type of groups, they have events and you train for those events. So it never takes your eye off of your fitness. It keeps your mind on fitness because you have events coming up. In bodybuilding, when I competed, I always had a contest coming up. Now that I don't, I have to find other ways and other means to stay motivated, or at least, because you can't stay motivated all the time, but if you have goals all the time, my commitment and my commitment to this and my discipline carries me throughout. Now, here's the biggie. Remember and adhere to the 80-20 rule, okay? What I call the 80-20 rule is this. If you eat exactly like you're being taught how to eat in this program, with your proteins and your fats and your carbs and your fibrous carbs, and if 80% of the time you're on point with your diet, and 20% of the time you go enjoy pizza, cookies, and whatever it is that you kind of got a little hankering for, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I'll give you the reverse. If 80% of the time you eat pizza, cookies, and this and that, and sodas and all this kind of stuff, and 20% of the time you ate salads and you ate clean, Do you think you would lose a bunch of weight and get in great shape? No, you would not, okay? It wouldn't make much of a difference. It works the same way here. If 80% of the time you're on point, you can go ahead and enjoy yourself a little bit, because 20% of the time it's a little bit here, a little bit there, okay? So keep that in mind. That's the 80-20 rule. Don't go 70-30. 80-20 is I don't go any, I actually prefer 85-15, but I'm trying to be reasonable. So I'll say 80-20. 80% of the time you're on point, you don't mess up, and you're 100 to 100 when it comes to your workouts. That never changes, because if you stop doing both, if you go 80-20 on your workouts and you go 80-20 on food, you're gonna have a problem. So your workouts need to stay 100% on point, but your 80-20 rule with your nutrition, that will allow you, and I'll teach you how to do that as well, by understanding, and I can't teach you to you in this lesson. This is something that you're going to learn along the way. So by now you'll actually know what I'm talking about when you get to this part of the program. You're going to know already. This is what I can eat. This is what I can't eat. This puts weight on me. This one does it. So that's what you're going to learn, and that's what you want to adhere to. And this is for the rest of the days that you have on planet Earth. Okay, guys? Don't look at any of this as temporary. This is all stuff that I will do till the day I die. And anyone else you see that's into the fitness world, that cares about their health, this is what we do. Till the day we die. We still enjoy other stuff. We just know not to go too far over the boat. Okay?